Matt here from Yanking Off with James Laurinaitis. Absolute pleasure to meet you. Obviously, it's a big game in the weekend. Just speaking of Sky Sports there, they seem to think that it's going to be more like an away game for you. How do you feel about that?
Well, I mean, you have to be realistic about the popularity of the New England Patriots and the success that they've had over the last decade. And, it's well publicized that our record over the last decade isn't ambitious. And so, but we don't mind being under the radar. We've been that way for my feelings the whole season. And if that continues and we play a good football game and come up with some big plays, we have every bit as chance as New England does, and I'm just excited to get to Wembley and get this thing underway.
Well, from a personal point of view, we're, I wouldn't say a hateful country, but we don't like success in this country. So I think a lot of fans will actually, neutral fans will be supporting the Rams this weekend just to see the Patriots pull down.
I would hope so. My key is I hope that the local fans that are there want to be cheering for a team called the Patriots. That's where I'm hoping. So if you go back into history, just cheer for the Rams. You can't cheer for someone called named after the Patriots.
Is there any specific thing that you've thought about this week? Obviously, you're going up against Tom Brady, that amazing offense. Are you ready for that?
They have a lot of playmakers, and I think that's a hard thing. Who do you take away? Do you take away Wes Welker? Do you take away Gronkowski? Do you take away Hernandez? Yeah. Brandon Lloyd? I've played with Brandon Lloyd last year. He's a phenomenal route runner. So you pick your poison. You try to disrupt Tom. You can't let him be comfortable in the pocket. Now, you do that with different coverages. You do that with batting balls down. You do that with moving him off his spot. But like I said, that's a lot easier for me to say that to you than it is to actually act it out. So we're preparing hard, as we always do, and we'll go out there and see how it unfolds.
You spent last season practicing against Josh McDaniels' offense. Yeah. Do you feel like that gives you a little bit more of an insight?
Yeah, they have some staples that he loves to do that are just part of built into his thing. He's doing quite different things with Tom Brady having a full off season and working with him before. We had the lockout last year, so Sam couldn't really work with him all off season. So for me, there's some things that showed up today in practice where I'm like, I remember going against that every day in practice, and there are some things that they're doing that's pretty different. So I hope I can make a play on some of those staples, though.
Outside of football, I heard you say you're a bit of an ice hockey fan.
I played ice hockey in high school back in Minnesota, and so it was a fun childhood. Yeah. Playing both football and hockey. It was a pretty physical year-round deal for me.
Brilliant. Well, pleasure to meet you.
Best
of luck on the weekend.
Thank you very much. Thank you.